Well, I think more and more, because years ago, Argentina was considered very remote and unknown, and people didn't really know much about it. So our task was making people know about the destination, but that has changed a lot in the last years. It has become, it's in many people's wish list. So a lot of people have already come or already know what they want to visit. And of course, there's always the big highlights. But I think there's a trend of traveling deeper and as anywhere in the world, and going into the real life and the real country and authentic experiences. And in Argentina, we have a mix of urban life and the perfect mix between urban life and nature, and a mix of adventure, culture, culinary delights. We really have it all. We're very fortunate. You have regions that go from deserts to jungle, to glaciers, to a lake district, to a wine region, to a city as sophisticated and as cosmopolitan as Buenos Aires, and we continue to the very end of the world. Ushuaia is the southernmost city in the world, the last stop between that and Antarctica. So we're very grateful that we have all those blessings in our country and that there are so many things to visit. So I would say the trend is going deeper to those who have already visited, but even the new people that are coming, they want to see more than just what the highlights, and that's our task to show that. Well, the challenge is one that I always love, which I think is keeping always originality, being original and being flawless. Really, I think it's all about trying to be perfect, which is, of course, impossible, but it's what people are looking for, excellence in everything we do, and creating everything from A to Z. I mean, really having craftsmanship in what we offer, and that's a challenge because nowadays you're always wanting to be different. What else can you invent? But there's always something new, and so we always have to be thinking ahead and understanding the profile of our clients. I think our work is a lot about clarity of vision, to understand what a client wants and to surprise him. I think it's wonderful that human nature still has the quality of being a mystery, so that we can still surprise people. And I always think that a challenge that I always look to put in a trip or an itinerary is how to have travelers stumble upon something while they were in the pursuit of something else. I don't know if you understand what I mean by that. But they come with one idea that they want to see or do a certain thing, but their experience is more extraordinary or special if on that route you surprise them with something that they didn't know that existed or that they would like, and creates such a big added value to that experience. I'm very grateful with life. I grew up in a family where travel was part of education, so I traveled a lot since I was a very small girl. Our family really exposed us. They thought, and I tried to convey that to my children also, that travel is culture. It shows you other destinations, other cultures, other traditions, and it really grows on you. So I've traveled a lot and traveled a lot with my children, but my best experiences would be extended families, when you can travel with your parents, with your children, your husband, and the whole family together. Those are memories that cannot be repeated, and I have so many of those, but I can even go. My first time I went to Morocco, I was 11 years old, traveling with my parents and my aunt and whatever, and that was an incredible experience, and that was in '71. I came back with my children when they were small, and I remember I was in Spain, and my friends in Spain said, "Oh, you're going to," and I was traveling alone without my husband, with my 3 daughters who were different ages, imagine from teenagers down, and my friends in Spain would say, "You're not going to go to Morocco alone, 4 women, and you have these 3 blonde little girls, they're in trouble." And I said, "Oh no, I remember my trip with my father, of course, he was driving, it was a different world, there were almost no dangers back then." I realized it was different because it was difficult. Every time we stepped out of the car, I was offered camels for my daughters. I never realized if it was a good or a bad offer, because I never knew how much was a good offer for a daughter, but it was quite an experience. But sharing those moments with your children are something that is unbeatable. And now we return every year to Marrakesh, but it's become a tradition. So I always say travel with family or the ones you care for. It's such a bonding experience, but it also creates these memories that are forever.